Hello, Zack Kik. This is Nathan Labonte, and unfortunately, I left the script slash the writing for part 8 or 9. I think it's one of those of the Montreal Island at home. But I thought that you still deserved a little, little something something. So I'm going to go see if I can find Jacob Moss, and I don't know, we're gonna maybe talk to you a little bit. I don't know. I think he's got something. You know what? Just hold on a second. I'm gonna pause this recording and come back when I get him. Okay? See ya right now. Just making sure this pause thing works. This is 5 seconds later. I'm gonna go find him now. Hello, once again, Zachary Kik. I'm in the kitchen of my church, and I have found Jacob Moss. And Jacob Moss is currently he's editing a little something that was shot in at Parkside Ranch summer of last. If you recall, your cabin put on a skit that involved such things as the Taliban, Kool-Aid, and Zach Mingle, and I believe that he is editing together what would you call it, Jacob? A a video. That's what it's called. I was kind of.
At least I'm trying my best.
He's trying his best. I'll hold the microphone up for him if he wants to. If he wants to say a word,
Hello, Zach.
you have to speak a bit louder. That mic.
Hello, Zach.
Yes. Okay, and we also have our friend William Engel, who you don't know, and I don't know. Will, do you wanna?
Be introducing him.
Yeah, he thinks he's Batman, so that kind of tells you right off the bat what we're dealing with.
No pun intended.
He's laughing now uncontrollably. I think he has a vitamin C deficiency or something like that. He needs to get out, eat some more oranges, drink some orange juice, eat some more, some peppers. So, hey, Zach, what's going on with you? I know you can't answer that because I'm not really talking with you, but I'm talking to you, with Jacob. You know what I'm saying?
And me.
And with Will. Anyway,
He's
so,
gonna leave soon, anyways.
yeah, he's
That was a social cue.
social cue. Okay. Let's see what's going on. What's happening in the world today. I don't really got anything.
Cancer is still around. Last I had a good look at the night sky. What's with my volume?
It's I don't know. The mic's not very good. You have to speak like hold it right to your mouth and speak into it.
If you didn't hear what I just said, cancer is still around.
Yeah.
Last I checked, it's still in the night sky. I'm
Can't.
not one for star maps, but I'm pretty sure I can still see a crab, walking around up there.
As I say, it is the age of Aquarius. I
Absolutely.
mean, what a musical was that? Rent? No, it wasn't Rent. It was like, oh man, I forget the show, but it was apparently really controversial. And there's
Hairspray?
no, but there's a scene where everyone comes on, like before the second act, and they're all naked,
It could have been Rent.
and they've all got like their mic packs attached. So it's like,
my
oh,
goodness.
good placement of
Fanny
the.
packs?
Well, I mean, like
Fanny packs.
the mic pack kind of like goes around your shoulder, then around your waist as well.
Yeah, it's probably Rent.
Anyway, so how is Jersey Boys, Zach? I know that you went to see Jersey Boys
You
recently.
went to see Jersey Boys?
Yeah, he did. Was it?
Good choice, Zach.
I'm sure was a great night, December 1963. Oh,
think
what
so.
a night! They
Is this guy in
descend.
space or something?
No. Okay, we'll say that into
It
the mic.
rhymes best, so I would assume so.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm from Mars.
Okay. This
Anyways.
this Will character. Okay. Well, what are you still doing here?
Yeah. That's what Zach's wondering.
Anyway, so we've got some big plans for Zach Mingle that have yet to be decided on. Plans that have yet to be planned.
Why don't you just call him?
Because why would I call him?
This is more difficult.
Yeah,
Calling is so 1973.
it's so Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. It's so mustache.
Have you seen the movie Her, Zach? That's a great movie.
You should watch it. It'll probably make you. It almost made me cry. I didn't though.
The first time I watched it, I was like, nah, this wasn't very good. Then I watched it the second time, I was like, that was pretty good. I watched it the third time, and I was like, wow, that was amazing. Then I kind of like started watching it again recently. I was like, wow, this is fantastic.
I watched it the first time and I said, wow, that was fantastic. So
It's kind of like, oh, what was it? Something I watched. Oh, The Master. The Master. That's a
I
movie.
have yet to finish that movie. I started it, but I have not finished it.
Oh man, did you see the interrogation? Not the interrogation, but where they're talking back and
No,
forth,
I only got to the end of the first scene
where he molested the sand thing.
where he molested the guy when he was taking the photo. Yes.
Okay,
That
yeah.
was hilarious.
He's a
Not
bit.
molest, I mean beat.
He's,
Up.
Will, do you want to close the door for us after exiting it, or just close the door? So anyway, I took a filmic picture of you, Zach, at a Parkside Ranch, and I got that.
Wait, just recently?
Yeah,
How is this?
winter camp.
10 to the 11th times zoom, apparently.
What?
I said 10 to the 11th times zoom. It's
Oh.
like a 10 to the 11th millimeter telephoto lens.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's what we call shaky cam.
here I'll talk to you, Zach, by talking to Jacob. So Jacob, I took a picture of Zach at camp, and I went to get the photos developed. I also took a picture of Grant. I was like, I got the focus ready. I was like, Grant, look at me, look at me. He just turned over, snap. Perfect timing. He's got one of those Grant smiles.
Eyebrows were on fire.
Yeah, and fiery eyebrows.
Yes.
And so I went to get them developed, but they were just processed. I forgot to ask for a digital copy, so I went back today, and they're going to be coming in Monday. So Zach, that beautiful picture is coming soon.
If you're ever interested in having some expensive fun, I would suggest it via film.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Very expensive fun.
what is it? $5-6 to buy a roll.
Yeah.
Then it's $7 to get it developed. Then it's another $10 to get a digital
Yeah.
copy. Then it's 49 cents per print. So.
Yeah. Comes to about a dollar negative.
Oh really?
About that, unless you're shooting with a roll of 36.
Well, I just recently stopped doing papers. Actually, I'm stopping very soon. So
You should get a job.
I should, but I want to go to Parkside this summer for the whole summer. So I'm not going to be.
Hashtag the struggle is real.
Yes. If you're colorblind, hashtag the struggle is teal.
You'll need to contact me with instructions on what I should be doing this summer, because I have a full-time job, so I may only be able to get maybe a week off, but I would definitely like to come to camp.
Oh yeah.
I would also like to go as staff, so you would probably not be going as staff, but if you were somehow to be able to do it like Nathan here, often goes as staffing, even though he's still just a youngin'.
I think the Zach went as staff whole last summer.
Sorry?
Zach went as staff the whole of last summer.
Oh, there you go.
Maintenance.
Well, what about teen camp?
Teen camp. I don't know, Zach. Are you doing staff teen camp? I mean, you can't answer right now. I think I'm going to do.
We're expecting an answer to that, though.
Yeah. I mean, I usually do counselor, but I think I'm going to try maintenance sometime. See if I have the fortitude. Zach and I were talking.
I don't know if I could handle counselor. There's just so many different.
I don't know. Counselor's not bad when you're co-counseling.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I dread the day when I have to counsel by myself.
Well, yeah. Well, I wouldn't be counseling by myself. Oh, hi, Sarah.
This is.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sarah, Zachary Kik.
This is the lovely female Sarah.
Hello. Nice to meet you. My name is Sarah Grossett. I am
She's
17
chewing
years
gum.
old.
She doesn't have a Boston accent, just so you know.
Man, now everyone's coming to the
There's so many
kitchen.
bodies.
It's kind of awkward now.
We're time traveling.
Okay, hold on.
Do you boys want some popsicles? Come down my cellar, I'll show you my popsicles. Mmm.
That's it.
Thank you very much for that commercial break.
There goes that ISU project.
There goes that Herbert Perfect project. Oh, is it for a project? Well,
It was.
well, now it's a Herbert Perfect show.
Imagine how his prof's gonna think when he shows this in front of the whole class.
You boys want some popsicles? Well, this is a great night talking to y'all today. Mmm.
You may applaud Zach.
So how's that work?
It's good.
Also, I'd just like to add in that I like to eat pickles.
That's actually my line.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Every now and again, I have a hankering for a pickle.
I also like to do backflips on my spare time.
That is a lie.
She doesn't.
That is a lie.
On my trampoline, it's
A
possible.
blank-faced lie.
That's not even a white lie. It's like a black lie.
Well, I
can
mean,
do
it
it
is
on
a
my
white lie because she's
trampoline.
white. So, it's a white lie.
Are you judging
Sarah's
me?
about as white as they come, just so you know.
Everyone judges all the
But I
time.
mean, as am
I don't go get pumpkin
debatable.
spice lattes.
I am also as white as they come. So.
Okay, fraps.
Okay, so I honestly forget what we're talking about.
Time travel, actually.
Time travel.
I mean, if you think about it, this is the best way we could put ourselves into the future or the past, depending on how you think about it.
You know, I once in grade 8 was trying to disprove time travel to a few friends, and I started drawing bananas, and that's when I discovered my passion for drawing bananas.
I like that.
You know, I mean, a banana is pretty easy to draw, and you can add some texturing, some shading, and you know, some glasses. It's a secret.
It's one of those things. The more you draw, and the moldier it gets. It's the natural cycle of life on paper.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like life, you know. That's just how life is.
I tell you, I have two favorite sentences. Or sorry, phrases, not sentences. Well, I mean they're both sentences.
I'm interested in hearing those.
Here we go. Well, Nathan's already heard them. The first is the veil of innocence.
Oh
This
yes.
is indeed the describing phrase.
Let's
when you're describing maybe a child as they grow up.
Yeah, let's put this in a sentence. So when Juliet met Romeo, Romeo drew away the veil of innocence.
No, not even, because he hadn't
No.
even grown up. I would describe it
No, but
in that the last scene of Troy, when Helen and what's his face? Helen and
Paris.
Yes, when Paris finally looks at the carnage that his actions in sleeping with Helen has created, the veil of innocence is lifted, and he realizes what a fool he is. You know, it's pretty deep. Or like in East of Eden, if you've read it.
No.
You've got Caleb and Adam.
Okay.
You've got Caleb, this really dark, almost psychotic child, and then you've got Adam, and he's just so pure.
Yeah, I think
he's just so innocent.
I think that Jamark has something to say about this.
So what I find remarkable about the veil of innocence is that
It applies to everything.
it applies to everything. That, and also one does not even realize that there is a veil of innocence until it has been lifted.
Well, it's like an onion. It's
yeah.
not even completely ever lifted until you
Yeah.
die.
Yeah,
You know, it's like an onion. It just keeps on being peeled off.
You don't know how many layers are going to be left until there's none left, right?
Exactly.
So
That's
profound.
my first favorite phrase.
But there's another.
There's the second is beauty within oblivion.
Let's let that sit for a moment.
Yeah,
A holy moment of silence.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Just let it settle, like sawdust in a lumber yard.
Yeah, pulp mill.
I'm allergic
Yeah.
to stuff.
Beauty within oblivion. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
settling. It's
Like-
settling.
Like I don't know. Did this come from the movie Oblivion?
No, this actually came. This was the brainchild of I birthed after watching a short on Vimeo, which since I have not been able to find. So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was a product of the Angels because
No,
it soon
I'm-
after disappeared.
I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get to see that.
It
'cause-
was the story was about a man whose wife died, and so every day henceforth he sits in a cafe, the same cafe, in order to establish a routine, and always orders coffee, bacon, eggs, and toast. And one day, an elderly gentleman walks in, sees him sitting alone by himself. Those two last statements were they were the same. Anyways, and so walks over and assumes he is someone who he's not, and starts talking to him. And instead of the man saying, "Oh, I'm not Joe that you think I am," he continues on as if he is the individual the man has been looking for. And he does that the rest of the time, and he realizes that, people not knowing who he is, or he not knowing who the other people is, it's just so beautiful, and so he's able to conquer the death of his wife.
I mean, can you define Oblivion, or like does Oblivion require a definition?
It's pretty existential, so I mean the definition is kind of ambiguous, but I would say like just with the not knowingness,
Yeah.
like if you look at it physically, like space, space is just, it's all oblivion, right?
And-
But it's so beautiful. There's nothing in it, but that's its attraction.
But-
it's nothingness.
But you know what's ironic when you see the beauty and you're no longer oblivious to it, does that beauty fade because it's no longer oblivious? Like,
Well,
That's
I
why I
mean,
say it's pretty existential.
I don't think that you see beauty in oblivion. You experience it, and then
Well,
someone
yes.
else.
No,
sees it.
you're
Yeah.
right. Well, I
well,
mean,
like a holy moment, really.
Yes. Yes. No, you're absolutely right. I think
Okay,
it's
my
something to
clap.
be experienced. Experienced.
You know, Richard Linklater's name is actually pronounced Richard Linklater. Like Megan Follows, she played Anne in Anne of Green
Are
Gables.
you gonna tell me that Amy Adams is actually
Her name is
like-
Megan Follows, but Amy Adams, hers is like Ami Ada.
Amia Dams?
Yes, like
Well, I mean, if Travolta was saying
Like
it
the
would be.
Bieber?
Dick Pope. He's the cinematographer of the film Mr. Turner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he did a tutorial, and it was called. It was a tutorial / autobiography. I think on how to be like him. It was called How to Be a Dick. I think.
Yes. It's about cinematography, of course.
Absolutely.
Like how to shoot British movies, because Mr. Turner was a British movie, so you have to shoot it in a British way.
Well,
Yeah.
hence his name.
Yeah. Though the Pope isn't British.
Well, I mean, he's Roman, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he roamed all the
Oh.
way to
Okay.
England.
Now, here's the thing. There's Italy, and there's Rome. Does the Roman still exist? Like, I know there's the Italian, but is there still the Roman?
That's an interesting question, and I think we need to get a history expert in here. Mr.
hello?
History expert. Oh, thank
Hello?
you.
Wait,
Yes.
do the British history expert.
Yeah.
Good evening, young lads. How are you all today?
Oh, good. We're fine, thank you.
So, what has brought you around to my historical shop of history?
I asked a silly question. Are there still Romans, or are they just Italians now?
Will you see, you two young gentlemen? I went a little bit Scottish back there, don't you dare. You see, it goes all the way back to Adam and Eve. Now, I'm gonna change my accent for a bit.
Excuse me, Mr.
When
Historian.
a man and a woman fall in love, there is a process.
Is it called becoming the Emperor of Rome?
Well,
It's crossing the Rubicon.
You know, this kind of reminds me of Gladiator for some reason.
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I mean, there's so much Joaquin Phoenix
I think
going
it's
on in
actually
this
Joaquin
conversation.
Phoenix. Like
Joaquin?
I think we're saying it wrong.
Yeah,
even
it's-
though
I think that there isn't one way to say it. Like,
It's kind of like
Yeah.
there's so many different ways
I like
to say
to be
it.
honest, I really like Hoken. Like if I was to have
Yeah.
a kid, I would name him Hoken. Just,
I've
you
actually
know.
heard Joaquin Phoenix pronounce his name
Yeah,
differently
well,
on
I mean that's
multiple
just, that's
occasions.
Just wrong. Joaquin.
Oh man, I forget what I
Well,
was going to say now.
Joaquin Phoenix is what he calls himself when he's in a comedy role.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, 1 second. I'm just going to pause this recording for a second. Okay, Zach. Well, we're going to start a new recording because we're actually going to sit down and do some real talking now.
Here's what we title it. We can actually post it on Facebook.
Oh, we're going to post this on Facebook.
And we call it Apostrophe Casting for Zach. It's
Apostrophe.
just like podcasting, but you
Oh,
take
okay.
the pod, so it's like slang. So
We're going to call it Apostrophe Casting for Zach.
and it can be like a mini
Mini-sode.
podcast.
Okay, well, Zach, this will be coming to you very soon.
So let's start a whole new one.
Yeah, so don't go to bed. We'll be right back.